Coalition of Women Associations has made a call for the inclusion of more female participants at the forthcoming national conference. Some of the women who met with journalists in Lagos today lauded the initiative of the federal government in convening the conference, but frowned on what they called the abysmally low number of representation reserved for women at the conference. Of the 492 delegates, only about 72 slots have been specifically set aside for women. Our correspondent Shola Shoele now reports.
Have you done a breakdown of the representation of women at the proposed national conference? These women have. They say they represent a coalition of women associations with a membership of over 1.5 million women, most of them professionals and entrepreneurs. In conjunction with Nigerian Employers Consultative Association, NECA's network of entrepreneurial women NEW, they have initiated a move to have more women at the national conference.
When you look at the last census, women are their age. That is, women in Nigeria, they are far more in number than men. When you look at the INEC registered of voters, women are more. That is, women who registered to cast votes are more than the men. Then how can this group that is greater in number, you want to now do a kind of policy? You want to sit down to talk about that Nigerian nation, Nigerian state, and this group are not well represented.
Any of the decisions taken at the national conference could be by 75% majority. And the issue is, if the women are not even represented, how would we be heard? How would we make decisions or contribute to decisions which would affect our lives? So we think that the women should stand up and be counted.
The women say they have been marginalized for so long, and with only 72 positions specifically reserved for women at the conference, it's an abysmally poor 14.6% delegate participation, way less than the 35% affirmative action prescribed by the 1995 Beijing Conference and the 2007 National Gender Policy.
This isn't about power sharing. This is about shaping the future of Nigeria. And my other message is that women experience the women have experienced the Nigerian state differentially from men, and so women's voices should be heard so that they share what they have experienced.
Women are an integral part of the society, and a greater representation at the conference will no doubt add more value to this process of nation building. Shola Shoele, Channels Television News.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness, discover a colorful world of more.
We're almost getting set for Brazil. Well, time to talk sports with Barrow.
You can say that again, Salaima. Thank you, and welcome to Sports News. Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain are poised for a place in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League. 2 goals from Lionel Messi in the 54th minute and Dani Alves got them a deserved 2-0 victory over Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. The goals came after Antoine Duchemcheli fouled Messi in the penalty area, and he coolly converted the resulting kick. Alves sealed the win seconds before the final whistle. In Germany, Paris Saint-Germain scored 4 away goals at Bayer Leverkusen, with Zlatan Ibrahimovic scoring a brace after Blaise Matuidi opened scoring 3 minutes into the game, while Yohan Cabaye completed the rout. In Brazilian city, Curitiba will remain a venue for this year's World Cup, but World Football Governing Body, FIFA, insists that progress must continue at the highest pace. The Baizeda Arena in the south of the country was one of 6 venues to miss an initial December 31st, 2013 deadline. Organizers brought in hundreds of extra workers to meet building requirements and avoid being the first ground to be dropped from the World Cup. The 40,000 stadium will stage 4 group matches of the tournament, including the Iran versus Nigeria group fixture. Meanwhile, the Portuguese Football Federation, the FPF, says it's considering a request to the Nigeria Football Federation, the NFF, for an international friendly. Earlier this week, reports suggested the NFF was proposing a warm-up match against Portugal to boost the Super Eagles' preparation before the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. A top official of the FPF, João Manuel Pinto, revealed that Portugal will look at its schedule before taking any decision on the proposed warm-up with the African champions. Nigeria is drawn against Argentina, Iran, and Bosnia-Herzegovina, while Portugal is pitched against Ghana, Germany, and the United States of America. Now, away from soccer, and the third edition of the Victor Oche Wheelchair Basketball Tournament kicked off today in the Sports Hall of the National Stadium in Lagos. Speaking at the event, the president of the Wheelchair Basketball Federation, Mr. Bukola Olopade, said the number of teams appearing in the 5-day event has been increased to 16, while also adding that the winners will be handsomely rewarded. In this year's events, 3 teams outside Nigeria will participate in the men's category, while the women will play separately. And finally, the 2014 Lagos International Polo Tournament will get underway at the Ikoyi Polo Club tomorrow with 9 trophies at stake. The tournament is divided into 2 weeks of action where teams will compete for the Dancer Cup and the Open Cup in the first week, which runs from February the 19th to the 23rd. The second week, which runs from February the 26th to March the 2nd, will see teams battle for the Independence Cup, Beginners Cup, Low Cup, Lagos Governors Cup, and the prestigious Majekodunmi Cup. Tournament manager Sheyi Oyinola told Channels Television that the event, which is the biggest in the calendar of the Nigeria Polo Federation, will also host teams from Kano, Kaduna, Ibadan, and Lake Jos. And with that, we end on sports news for tonight. Sulai will be back in a moment.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Well, on the foreign scene, at least 4 people have been killed and dozens injured in violence that erupted as Thai police began clearing protest sites in the capital, Bangkok. Police were trying to retake official sites that had been blocked by demonstrators since last year. Here's Cynthia Are with more.
Yes, the Thailand protests come just as the anti-corruption body has confirmed that it will file charges against the Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra over a controversial rice subsidy scheme. 1 person was killed, several more were seriously hurt by a grenade apparently thrown by protesters, and police also claimed that they were targeted by snipers. Still talking protests, violent clashes between protesters and police have erupted in Ukraine's capital Kiev, with at least 9 people, including a policeman, losing their lives. Then, fighting is broken out in South Sudan's Upper Nile state, and this is the first major clash since the government and rebels signed a ceasefire agreement in January. Both sides have accused each other of starting the violence in Malakal, which is the capital of Upper Nile state. Plus, the bodies of 2 illegal miners have been discovered at a disused mine east of Johannesburg in South Africa. Finally, the Egyptian government is not leaving anything to chance. It has taken very seriously an alleged 48-hour ultimatum by Islamist militant group Ansar Bait al-Magdis, calling on all tourists to leave the country. The threat was reportedly made on a private Twitter account which is affiliated with the group. However, the group has denied having any social media accounts, even though there are claims that the account has been accurate in the past. And those are the top stories on the foreign scene.
Well, on the main news again, the presidency today dismissed claims that Boko Haram is better armed than the Nigerian military. The president's senior special assistant on media, Dr. Doye Okupe, told journalists that comments credited to the Borno State governor is purely a civilian view. He said the nation's armed forces is capable of bringing the insurgents to their knees. And the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has explained why kerosene is sold above official price and also encouraged consumers to switch to cooking gas. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching.